Hi friend, welcome back to Grief Questions Answered. I'm Eric, and it's my goal with these videos to share everything I've learned about how to survive, find support in the loneliness of grief, and how to intentionally get back up and live beyond the loss of a loved one. And if this grief tip doesn't help you today, I'm confident it can and will help you at some point in the future. So be sure to save this video to watch later on, and if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below, as this is the best way to get notified of new videos like this and to show support for the channel. I'd like to dig in on today's question, and it comes from an email response I received from a woman named Shirley. And Shirley asks, how do I deal with my loneliness when I still feel deeply connected to them? Oh my gosh, what a great question. And this is actually one of the most asked questions that I get. And so I wanted to give some time to think about this before I created this video. And here's where I landed. When I lost Zoe, I felt very lonely in my grief too. Not because others didn't care about me, but rather because I was simply missing Zoe's presence in my life. I know her friends and my family were feeling the same way too, and maybe you're feeling that way right now. I can tell you that at times the loneliness hit me like a ton of bricks because in my heart and mind, I was still very connected with Zoe. And so to get back to Shirley's question about how to deal with the loneliness, I have a couple of analogies that I want to share. The best that I can start off with here is that it's kind of like standing on the shore of an island out in the middle of a huge ocean. The shoreline is surrounded by a very dense fog bank. You can hear waves crashing in the distance, but you can't see or reach out to anyone beyond this fog. Because the fog represents the barriers that grief creates. It makes you feel isolated and it separates you from the world, making it difficult to connect with others. It feels like an abyss. And while you're standing there, you feel like you're the only one. All the while, your mind, body, and soul are grappling with your pain and the loss. And because you can't connect with your loved one or others, the loneliness sets in. Maybe you're there right now, and maybe you've been stuck here for a while. But I can tell you from experience, though, that at some point, this abyss of grief stops serving you. As you begin to connect with others, it feels kind of like the fog is beginning to clear and you're emerging from that abyss through a dark, long tunnel and out into this vibrant garden filled with companionship. Now, it's not the same as when you were with your loved one, but this is okay and it feels good. Imagine just for a second being surrounded by this lush oasis of colorful flowers and plants that fill the space, and the sunlight's coming through the trees and the leaves. And then you find that in this garden there are others who have also experienced grief and found solace, understanding, and support here as well. And this garden represents a place of connection where the weight of grief becomes lighter and the burden is shared, ultimately bringing healing and renewal back to your heart and your soul. And the cool thing is that this shared experience creates a sense of kinship, as if you found a community of individuals who can empathize with your pain. And together, you carry on navigating the winding paths of this healing process by offering each other comfort, compassion, and the reassurance that you're truly not alone. That's why it's so very important to remain as connected as you can with others in a support community, especially as you're navigating your grief. Your loneliness is replaced with the companionship that works for you. So please don't give up hope that your life is over just because you lost your loved one and you're in this abyss right now. The fog does clear up, and it does so faster when you connect with others. For me, I found that when I connected with Zoe's friends, my family, and then new people that came into my life, it just gave me so much strength. I didn't feel lonely. I felt connected to them and to Zoe in so many ways. And it's as if she left this gift for me in order to carry on. Shirley, this was such a wonderful and heartfelt question. I really hope that these analogies help some to understand and appreciate where you are right now and how you can move forward. And I'll leave you with this. You may feel loneliness in your life because your loved one is no longer here, but please know that you're not alone in this. As always, I hope this helps. Do you have a question about grief that I can answer for you? Let me know in the comments below. And by the way, don't forget to join us for the next Emotional Relief Workshop. It's happening in July, on July 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Just head over to emotionalreliefnow.com to learn more about how you can join us and learn how to get grounded emotionally in less than 90 seconds. Also, don't forget to click subscribe below. Let's walk together, and I'll see you in next week's video.